Hey, what's up guys, I was the Water here, bringing you a battle after quite a long break, and I've got my 3DS capture card, so you know what that means guys? That's right, X and Y battles, hell yeah! Alright, so on to the team preview. Looking at my opponent's team, it's fairly offensive. Well actually it's kind of a mix between offensive and defensive. I mean, Rotom definitely offensive, Volt Switcher. I mean, that's really what a Rotom does. You don't have a Rotom unless you have Volt Switch. Well, even that I know of that you don't have Volt Switch. I mean, you could run a bulkier set, but usually they still run Volt Switch. Hitmonchan, which I'm guessing is a Rapid Spinner, considering I don't see anyone else with Rapid Spin on his team. Uxie, which my guess was Stealth Rocks at first, but turns out I was wrong. And you guys will see what's going on in the battle. Spiritomb, I've never really faced a Spiritomb in RU, so I don't know what to expect. I know that they're fairly bulky, and they've got some good offenses, but that's all I really know. Next up, we've got an Entei, which is absolute physical powerhouse. The only question is, does it have a Choice Scarf? Does it have a Band? Does it have Life Orb? What's it gonna do? And finally, bringing up the rear is Omastar, which can be Hazards or it can be Shell Smash, so we'll just have to see which one it is. So that took long enough, let's get straight to the battle. So my battle today is against Kiyo, which he was actually streaming on my birthday, so I went ahead and checked it out, and we just set up a battle through there, so, yeah. He's gonna lead off with his Rotom, classics lead, as I start off with my Pazuzu, my pretty much Focus Sash, Sacrificial Stealth Rocker. As he goes into his Hitmontop, his boost, or not Hitmontop, Hitmonchan, his booster, as I'm able to get off my rocks. So I'm gonna switch out into my It's-a-Me, my Mungus. And he's going to immediately Rapid Spin, which is very, very annoying because now I don't have rocks, which is the whole point of that suicide lead. So he goes into his Entei as I go for a substitute, and I was questioning why he brought it in. I mean, if he was, I didn't really question it at the time, it would resist a grass type move or something. But he goes for the Flare Blitz as I go for the Spore, and now he's going to switch out, and I kind of see later in the battle why he wanted it to be put to sleep. So I'm going to go for another substitute, expecting him to stay in and burn off the sleep turns. However, he switches out into his Uxie. And thanks to my regenerator, I'm just going to switch out, go into my Disco Knight as he sets up a substitute. And I'm a little bit scared. So he goes for a Psychic, and I'm going to go for Pursuit because I thought that'd be enough to break the sub. Nope. Apparently that's like, he did some calcs during the stream, and that would be enough to break the sub if I got absolute max damage. So I go for another Pursuit just to break the sub, and he keeps barraging me with Psychics. And at this point I'm like, okay, screw it, gonna go for the Mega Horn. No, it's definitely gonna break the sub. So, another sub, here comes the Mega Horn. Boom, definitely breaks it. He actually wasn't paying attention at this point and didn't see that I had Mega Horn. He thought it was Pursuit. So, he's gonna set up another sub. I don't know why he's doing this, but I guess it really is annoying. As I go for Mega Horn, I miss the Mega Horn, which is just so god dang annoying. But I don't really have a say in that. As he goes for a Psychic, does a considerable amount of damage, as I go for another Mega Horn and miss again. God damn it! Why? Why? Seriously. So here I'm like, fuck it. I saw this term on Game Grumps, the fucking adjustment. You know what? Fuck it. I just switch out, go into my Magnezone as he goes for Psychic, and now he's going to switch out of his sub, I don't know why, and go into his Koala Man as I go for a Thunderbolt, and it's going to take it really well considering it's quad resistant. So I go into my Cane's King. Really, I knew it was a bad matchup because both his stabs are super effective, but I am a special wall, and I thought I could take it pretty well. So I do take it surprisingly well as he goes into his Spiritomb, and I'm immediately going to switch out into my Magneton, because really it's like the best thing to counter a lot of his team. So he goes back into his Koala Man, and I kind of figured he'd do this, so I just go for the Volt Switch to try and get some offensive momentum. And I'm immediately going to switch out into my It's-a-Me, my Mungus, as he goes for the Trick. So he was Scarfed, but you know what? Not a big deal now, because now I can go for a Sludge Bomb and knock him out. So that means he has lost his Scarfer, which means, or not only his Scarfer, but his Volt Switcher, which means I don't have to worry about Volt Switch shenanigans. So he goes into his Trident, his Omastar, and I see this as a perfect opportunity, absolutely perfect, to try and set up in his face. So I go for a bulk up. I could have gone for a rapid spin just then, but I decided that bulk up would be the better option, and I knew after a couple bulk ups I could kill a Spiritomb, which he does bring in right now. So I go for second bulk up, and I'm going to hit him with an Ice Punch. Now this Ice Punch does quite a considerable amount. It actually does about half, which is fantastic, as he misses the Willow, which is great, but here he kind of gets, you know, hacked for hacks. He gets a critical hit, misses the Willow, gets crit. So I knock him out with the second Ice Punch, and you know, this was actually interesting. He told me what kind of set he was using after the stream or after our battle, and I was really curious because I'm max special defense with a plus special defensive nature. So he goes for Psychic, it knocks me out. I thought I could survive that, and it turns out I could have, but only like 12%. So it, you know, no big deal. Max damage rolls, whatever. So I go into my Magneton now on the switch as he goes into his boosters, Hitmonchan, go for the T-Bolt, and knock him out with a crit. My god, you know, I've battled Kiyo before, and just, I'm starting to notice a trend. All our battles are pretty haxy. So now he goes into his Entei, and here's why he wanted this thing asleep. He has Sleep Talk. Son of a gun. He was a banded Sleep Talk set. So he gets the Stone Edge, not the Flare Blitz, thankfully, on the Sleep Talk, as I go for a second Thunderbolt, knock him out, and now he's going to send out his Pawn just to finish me off. And, you know, my Thunderbolts are doing a pretty good amount. I go for another one, I get the Paralysis, amazing, as he goes for a Psychic. Now here, I think that it's pretty much useless at this point, but he might want to try and save it for some reason. I mean, it walls my Amogus pretty well with substitutes. So I'm going to go into my Disco Knight, who's going to take significant entry hazard damage, and go for the Earthquake. And it does almost nothing to this Almastar. I mean, it's like when he went for Volt Switch on my Kenzie King. And, you know, it didn't do that much. So I'm going to go into my It's-A-Me, my Amogus, as he goes for a Scald, and he's not going to get the burn, thankfully. But, you know, no big deal. I can actually go for Giga Drain and completely knock him out. He goes for Spikes, I go for the Giga Drain, and, you know, my Disco Knight is dead on entry, but his Almastar is dead now. So, yay. So now I'm going to go, I get back some good HP, he goes into his Pawn, and I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. He's not at a range where a sub will do anything, and with me at such a high amount of HP, Psychic would not have KO'd. He gets full para. My god, the hacks in our battles. I go for Giga Drain, knock him out, and that is the end of the battle, folks. So, good game, Kiyo, and, you know, embrace the hacks. Right then, straight to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, I wanted to ask you guys a question. What do you think of me recording the battles that I have in my stream? I mean, last time I tried just uploading the stream, but they got about as many hits as my Showdown dailies do. And I don't know if it would really be worth it. I mean, if you compare like the stream, I mean, like the total amount of views on the stream is about as many as I get on the battle itself. But I don't know if I should upload the stream or if I should just save the battles and upload those afterwards. So give me some input here, guys. If you like the video, you know, just like and subscribe. I usually leave that for the outro, but I'm actually kind of hurting for support here, so, you know, all the extra subscribers would help. I do have something that I'm planning, and I will let you guys know in probably the next video or the one after that. But for now, I'm just give you guys some anticipation, something to, like a cliffhanger or something. But that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Like that video? Why don't you hit the like button or maybe subscribe to my channel? Or better yet, check out the artists who make this all possible.